But you see, the political system ensures that improvement is never sustained. Because every time you're moving forward and starting to create change, the population comes with the help of the mass media who are in the pockets of the PNM and with ROWLEY and come to push us backwards. And that's the problem we are having. Now listen to this. Because the PNM tries to obfuscate, just like some of those articles, they always try to lump the UNC and the PNM in the same thing. That's not true. When you look at each sector, agriculture, $1 billion on average, Kamala Prasad Bisesa spent on agriculture. The PNM is 400 million, of which 360 million is just recurrent expenditure. They don't invest. Kamala Prasad Bisesa invested in GATE, in education, increasing it from 400 million up to 800 million. It back down to below 400 million. Laptops, education, MIC centers, NESC centers, UV campus, focus on culture, on sport, investment opportunities, creating businesses, creating jobs. That was Kamala. But when you all play the fool and about PNM and UNC, the same thing, I ain't voting. Nonsense. Because they also tried to say recently in an editorial that corruption and waste, same thing under the PNM and the UNC, same thing. Rubbish. I went through it last show and I showed you all. And the PNM has led for 49 out of 61 years. The PNM who had some of the biggest, most corruption in history. And when PNM thief, you don't see nothing. You don't see Project Pride. You don't see TGU. You don't see the electricity. You don't see smelter. You don't see Caroni Racing Complex. You don't see Lock Joint. You don't see BWIA. You don't see nothing. Them the money just disappear. You don't see Seabridge. You don't see Bridgman. You don't see HEC contract. You don't see Paria Fuel. You don't see Wilma Rupetti. You don't see Maduro. And we told you that the CL debacle was a PNM manufactured situation in order to get their hands on the assets of CL Financial. And now that they have it, that the Dwayne who's saying that stable and negative is the same thing, them want to just divest people assets. Long ago, the partnership under Kamala was going to return the company and the main business of CL Financial to the private sector once the government taxpayers' money was returned. And they had a proposal for that. They could have paid it off and all we taxpayer money would have been back there and them could have been doing their business. But the PNM had a different mission. Check the mission. Let a man smarter than me in finance, the economy and business talk to you about it. Come in, former central bank governor Jawala Rambaran. Come in.
I first met Minister Imbert 2 weeks after he became Minister of Finance. And that was after repeated requests to meet with him. And at that meeting, Imbert was only interested in one thing. How could he get his hands on CLICO's assets? And when I told him that the central bank had already formulated the CLICO resolution plan that had basically identified the assets that would be sold, when they would be sold, an estimated price, and we had already informed the public in the interest of transparency and good governance what this plan was all about, he just then became vexed and abruptly ended the meeting and walked out of the room. At no point in time then did we ever discuss the central bank overdraft. Did we discuss any issue facing the economy, such as foreign exchange? There were no discussion on economic matters.
The governor of the central bank came to the new Minister of Finance smiling to advise him that we only have cash to run the country for 3 days.
Let me come back to this lie that the country only had 3 days worth of money to run. First, we were already in September, which means at the end of that quarter, the oil monies would be coming in. We had about $5.5 billion in the Heritage and Stabilization Fund and over $10 billion in official reserves. So there was no way that you could say that the country had no money and that the treasury was empty. that is one of the big lies that has been propagated together with a series of lies.
A country has to have cash in the bank. A country doesn't go bankrupt with no cash. 2010, if you look at all those red lines, that's all cash in the bank. But if you observe, by 2014 we had a lot of money in the bank here, right? Luckily, we had that.
Luckily, we had Kamala. Luckily, we had intelligent government. Luckily, we had the money. But when you lie and you all believe it, down to this week, a man tell me, boy, Anel boy, all you perform so good, boy. You in sport and Fazal Karim in tertiary education and Kamala, all your government, you had everything running. We was moving smooth. When if they had flood, all your showing, all your care and so on, education, laptop, food, all your thing, but all your boy, all your real thief, boy. I say, yes, who tell you that? Well, it's in the papers. And when I go on through it with him and I show him what the papers, who was writing for the papers, Asha Javid, who was lying down and hugging up with Stuart Young while making child for our next PNM Attorney General, writing in the Express, and then Annika Gum Sandiford and Judy Raymond, who love ROWLEY more than Sharon, and I show them straight down the line and all the PNM radio station with Chinese laundry, 96.1, 100.5, 95.5 coming down the line, and they're just throwing junk at you, junk at you, junk at you. Then your perception is always what they want to make it. But I tell him, I say straight, ROWLEY spend more money than Kamala. Please tell me one thing that working good in the country. Because when Kamala spend, you see aquatic center, tennis center, velodrome, 89 ground, you see highway to Point 14, you see Jacquana and Rambachan paving road, you see UE campus, you see houses going up, you're seeing all across the board, police station, fire station building up. You have one chairman to one board. Look at all the things that Kamala do. Seabridge was running good, all kind of thing, water share 74%. People getting 24/7 supply. Point Lisa's running at 72% capacity, down to 18% now. You're seeing profitability, no taxes, food prices going down 7,000 food items, no VAT. I say ROWLEY spend more than Kamala. What you have? I say, I dare you to drive down the road and take your eye off the road for a split second. I better you bust your tire and your rim. You get more tax in your tail. People lost their work. Your business is suffering. Nothing going on. You're not safe. We in a state of emergency. 8 people get murdered in one day in a SOE. You understand that? But look what happened. Guyana. You see Guyana? Guyana free themselves. ROWLEY and the PNM, Lovell Francis and them send Narcissus Scope and Andrew Gabriel and them in Guyana to try and hold on to Guyana. But the people of Guyana shake off that blight. They shake it off and put an intelligent government, and they now not only have resources, development, international companies fighting to get into Guyana. The Guyanese government has the best minds putting policies in place for different aspects, from economic development, savings, heritage fund, stabilization fund, infrastructure development, economic. They even going, while they getting the fossil fuels, they're going into energy saving, greening economy, coming down the board into sport, culture, tourism. They're diversifying and doing the correct thing. Their manual is when Guyana open it, it has be don't do like what the PNM do. Them that the manual them doing. And now more oil found in Guyana waters. We losing oil, we losing gas. BPTT tell me they're going and shut down. We don't know 15% by 10%. All of the Point Lisa shutting down. Gas production, oil production down. Check Guyana. More oil found in Guyana waters. US-based oil giant ExxonMobil said yesterday it has made a discovery at Whiptail in the Starbrook block offshore Guyana. it said that the Whiptail 1 well encountered 246 feet of net pay in high quality oil bearing sandstone reservoirs, and that drilling is also ongoing in the Whiptail 2 well, which has encountered 167 feet. All you still want to vote for PNM? ROWLEY, a blight boy! ROWLEY and the whole Coteaux JUMBEE, and he put thing on Manning, he say, but he put it on us. All you had to get rid of that blight, you know. All right.